Do I have 2 golden gladiators bows? I might. I have a lot of random golden cards. The amount of packs that I've opened in this game is actually kind of depressing, I'm not gonna lie. I really don't want to put... You know what? I spent like... I think it was a good like 500 Canadian on Hearthstone packs for Seed Story when I played in Seed Story because I needed cards in my European account to compete. And I didn't even know that since Seed Story wasn't like a Blizzard event, you could play on other people's accounts. Yeah. So I basically just wasted $500 on packs for my European account to get cards for my Seed Story decks when I could have just borrowed like Jackie's account or something. It's pretty cool. What if it was 1-4? I don't think it'd be like that impactful of a nerf. It would matter, but like it wouldn't matter a lot. Is Wrench Caliber in the deck? I mean, it's been very whatever so far. I was one off lethal against the Shaman because I got a bomb, which kind of sucked, but I shuffled 3 bombs in the deck, only drew 1 instead of 2. I'm mostly like playing it to get a feel for it. That's all, really. He doesn't play Dagger turn 1 anyways. I think that I still probably want to do this on turn 1. Because I have a 4-drop weapon, right? I feel like playing first mate on turn 1 always just makes sense if you have a 4-drop weapon, because you just go swing, swing, swing. So you swing on 1, 2, 3, and then you play your 4-drop weapon. You miss no damage. Yeah, Warpath is disgusting with it. Absolutely disgusting. So you might just take a slow line where he coins raiding next turn over playing stuff. I don't know. We'll see.
So many.
You could also just play like a 1-drop pirate, then I'd have to trade, go face. Play the Finley.
Happy Noble Garden.
Yeah, dude, you're on stream, I get it. Cool. Like... It's fine. Gotta love these guys, man. I think this happens a lot in Wild, because a lot of people don't show up on any streams ever if they play Wild. So like a lot of Wild players get really excited. It's like, oh, it's the first time I'm on stream ever, you know? Which, I get that that's cool, you know, but it's just like, it's annoying. Do I have Test Wild Rogue List? I do not, my man. I played it, so I'd say check my YouTube for it, but I don't have it on hand right now for you. Definitely just gonna play the Frothing. Literally just talking about how broken this is. He needs a Vis here. This matchup's kind of weird. I think it's just like super winnable for Pyro Warrior if you have a good start. Prep of this. Deadly. Prep. That is a tragic play. Holy shit. That looks like an FF to me, not gonna lie. Another interesting thing about this matchup is if you play Wrench Caliber, after they play Myra's, your bombs are automatically in their deck, right? Like they just draw them right away. It's not something that pops up too often, but if it does, it's kind of funny. Prep Myra's. Prep Oil. I think he's probably conceding. Maybe not. Maybe he's still gonna play that. Seems like a fat all to me, though. His top decks have to be so good now. And I get this. I should probably top first, in case I get like an upgrade. I think it's fine. I kind of just want to clear, right? I think clearing is better than anything else I can do. Okay, so we draw a bomb and then we win. Doesn't Myra mills him? Yeah, but like the thing is, after he plays Myra's, he has nothing in his deck but Kingsbane, right? So that's why you play that then. Well played, thank you, my friend, thank you. It was a great game, my friend. Corcon Elite, baby. Doink, doink, doink. Base faster than Kingsbane Rogue, man. It's one thing Pirate Warrior can still do. I don't really know why I felt like playing a new deck earlier today, though. I think Pirate Warrior is kind of just like a nice send-off before a week break. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. It seems really dumb, but it is like just one of my favorite decks in this game. I feel like a lot of the fun matchups don't really exist anymore. If he's actually Egg Druid, wow. So this is actually one of the fun matchups of this deck, so this is actually really cool. I was expecting like a Jade Druid or something, but this is actually super sweet. Wow. Get a good start though into it. He's probably playing Galactus, so he might just do that here on the 2-1. Just for 1-5, that's fine. Into 1-5, I think we just play Captain for the value trade. Yeah, it's really good. So this matchup is basically about slowly edging ahead on board as a Pirate Warrior. If he's good, he would have saved Galactic Collar for my 3-3 most likely. He probably wouldn't use it on 2-1 against Pirate Warrior. But you basically need to be slightly ahead when they play Living Mana, and if you're slightly ahead when they play Living Mana, then you just gotta go face and win. It's, okay, and then Lotus maybe? No Lotus, okay. So now we just clean up. I don't even think I play Frothing. I think I just play my Pirates. But I'm just gonna trade there and just like do this. I'm gonna see where this goes. No face. I think I am actually gonna do that. That's an oops then. It's bad ordering. My bad. Gotta be honest, I kinda wish my hand was shittier and I kinda wish his hand was a little bit better. Because this was one of my favorite matchups back in the day, just Pirate Warrior versus Egg Druid. There are a lot of things you could do from both sides to just make it like more favorable for you. And I think it was like one of the more skill intensive matchups back in the day. Like Galactic Crawler wasn't a thing. Egg Druid didn't have Living Mana, so you didn't have like the auto win option with that. You just had Soul. Don't you guys miss when Psychic Scream wasn't a card, so you could play fun stuff like Soul of the Forest in your Druid decks? I honestly think Psychic Scream as a card is probably a bigger mistake than Barnes. Because it just negates so many strategies, especially with Shadow Visions having it so consistently by turn 7. Like, people just don't play Big Shaman anymore because of that. Like the good old Ancestral Spirit Reincarnate Shaman. That deck literally disappeared because of Psychic Scream. Egg Druid, I mean, it didn't just it didn't just disappear because of that, it disappeared because of other things as well, but yeah, okay. Well, good game. It was definitely a Hearthstone, I'll say that. If I played this, I actually would have won. But what can you do, right? Is there any worse feeling than getting your Living Mana Screams? I mean, getting Barnes done turn 4 is a pretty bad feeling too. I don't know. Like, the way that you would play around Psychic Scream is just not playing cards, and that's just not fair. I don't even know if fair is a good way to describe that, but I don't think it's a very good way to play around cards. Let's just keep Wrench Caliber upgrade. This is just fine. I get a 1-drop Pirate, I get a 3-drop. No 2-drop is pretty average. You usually don't get a 2-drop when you play this deck. You usually have to play ones. Another Aggro Druid. Wow. This is actually my lucky day. Okay. Can I play some Darkest Hour Warlock? I'm good, man. I'm good. I think the deck was interesting to play for a little bit just to show off how stupid it is, but I don't really want to play it all day long. Not super interested in it. It's just like not the type of deck that's enjoyable for long periods of time to me. I think we're just gonna, I mean, it's a big frothing, but I think I just upgrade here. Trade off the non-pirates in case he accidentally Galactic Crawlers his own 1-1. I remember like that would like deciding to run Bloodsail Cultist in this deck, or Corsair, sorry, in Egg Druid was one of like the most revolutionary things that I ever thought of. I'm like, wait, why don't I just play Pirates in this deck? Because it's a 1-2 and a 1-1, which is really good because it's like super good for 1 mana with buffs, and it also shits on Pirate Warrior. And I think for like 2 or 3 weeks, I was just dunking on Pirate Warriors non-stop with it, because they just swing with their War Axe on the first turn, when War Axe was 2 mana, and then I just remove it so they didn't have an upgrade for it, and they were fucked. It was cool. Lotus is honestly fine. It's very similar to what it would be without him playing an upgrade here. Kill the beast because they have a card that's 2 mana plus 2 to draw beast. Draw if you have a beast. So we're gonna play around that. I'd probably use Wrench Caliber next turn, then Finley Heroic after, use my new hero power. Depending on what the next 2 draws are that I get for 5. This is like a much more even game though. I'd say he's pretty favored from this point forward. It's kind of depending on what his like next play is though, I guess. And whether or not he has mana. If he kills Frothing, then I think he's definitely really favored. If he doesn't, then I think that like we're probably gonna win. But if he gets a clear into like mana, it's like, yeah, we can't really do that much. Diamol. Totems are good. Probably kill off the 2/2 just because it's like extra damage. And go face for 7. So it gets cleared by like Savage Roar and all that stuff. It's just like a 1 AoE buff I could play around if I trade. And I think I'm fine with that. The thing with the warrior from this like side, I have to kind of hope that I get like my Frothing to attack again, because that's how I turn the corner. No. And if I don't get my Frothing to attack, he has to use a card to buff his minions and then trade both of his minions in. So he only has 1 card left in his hand to develop with and a totem. So in most cases we're still just fine. And Lotus. Totem Lotus? Okay. Don't be Tom Totem, please. Fuck my life. Okay. So I mean like that's just fine, right? So really good Frothing draw again, because we basically get rid of a Frothing, then we draw another one. TLDR so far was he didn't have living mana. And even that into this board isn't really that great. I tried Spell Hunter? Yeah! I thought it was just okay. I didn't think it was that great. So you can clear off my 8/4, clear off my 3/4. And he'll have a 2/2, a 4/3. Actually, I mean, no, he won't have the 4/3, sorry. Because he's trading that off into Frothing. But I'll have a 5/3 into a 1/3 and a 2/1. I have 9 right now. I could lose. The totem pick for this deck is pretty nuts, because like the totems are super good against other aggro decks. So we're gonna Finley first. I don't need to armor up, I just need to get ways to get cards that deal damage. Dagger technically deals damage. I'm gonna pick Dagger. I'll actually value trade here, then I'm just gonna swing face. I think the swing face is pretty necessary because, well, I mean, the swing face is like obviously going to happen because of just the mana that I have, but I think the trade's necessary just to play around stuff that he can do, like Roar. I still have the damage for next turn to win the game, right? So, any good Renalock decks? I mean, Renalock's fine against aggro, it's just not good against anything else anymore. It used to be where, like, if you played Renalock and you were a good player, you could almost beat anybody with anything. Given the right hand, obviously, but I don't think it's that way anymore. Cool draw, double her looks good. GG. Living Mana's a little bit too soft. But previously, Renalock was just versatile enough to win against anything, really. The thing is, nowadays, like, Wild's metagame has evolved a lot, and with a lot of the new cards and combos that are available on